Hello everybody, it's Taco Builds. Welcome back to yet another mock video. Now a lot of you guys might not know this, but I'm a huge music nerd. So of course, you read the title, I'm going to combine the two things I love and make a LEGO music studio. Okay, so right off the bat, you may notice that this mock is unlike anything I've ever done before. I usually stick to things like mainly nature or terrain type, but lately, I wanted to spice things up and make a modular type build. So the first side we'll look at is the room where all of the band is recording. Okay, so our first minifigure here is the self-centered lead vocalist. And of course, he is screaming at the top of his lungs, and I'm guessing he's probably singing about his massive ego. We also have the bassist here, which doesn't really seem to be enjoying his time at the studio. He's probably just sick of the singer complaining. What he does have is a little amplifier here, which was inspired by the man, the myth, the legend, TD Bricks. It's a very simple way of making a guitar amplifier, but it's quite effective. And as we move on to the right side of the mock, you may notice we got a keyboardist here. Now, there's nothing that special about the minifigure here. It's pretty much just a generic Speed Champions Razor. But the actual piano she's playing is actually quite interesting. So for the piano design, I took some inspiration from old 70s organs. I know that's very specific, but those types of keyboards always looked interesting to me. And of course, you can't have a rock band without a drummer. And since I'm a drummer, I decided to use my sig fig, just with a little bit more hair. And for the drum set design, I pretty much just had an upgraded version of Animal's drum set from the Muppet CMF, just with a few extra toms and a hi-hat. I also added a rug cause, well, you don't want to mess up that carpet with that drum hardware. So moving on to the next room here, which happens to be the place where all the mixing and all that fancy stuff happens. So we got this very fancy control panel here with all the buttons and shiny things and just generally expensive stuff. And you probably noticed that, well, it's tilted. Yeah, I tried making this as accurate as possible. Don't really know how I tilted it, but it was probably a legal building technique, so. And for the floor, there's a bunch of 2x1 gray tiles to make the room look very clean and just finished. But for some reason, the sound engineers don't really care about cleanliness, because they do have quite a few boxes in the corner, along with the cheeseburger. I know the cheeseburger's probably been there for a few weeks, but I would still eat it. So as you can see, there are 3 minifigures here. We got a sound engineer, a road manager, and a band manager. I know it looks quite cramped in here, but let me tell you, even the Beatles have a cramped mixing room. Okay, so there's the mock. Sorry the video wasn't as funny as usual. I just wasn't really in a goofy mood, but yeah, I mostly made the mock to have an excuse to talk about my band nerd stuff, so thanks for watching through all the end, and I'll see you next time. Bye.